है प्राणदान जो दे नागर, तो दो की ऐसे गौरव। है प्राणदान जो दे नागर, तो दो की ऐसे गौरव हो। जो बनना है अभिमन्यु बनो, जो बनना है अभिमन्यु बनो। 100 की सेना यदि कौरव।
Indian Mutiny, also called as Sepoy Mutiny or First War of Independence, was widespread but unsuccessful revolution against British rule in 1857 to 59. The mutiny was a result of a series of events that raised the minds of the Indian troops, one of which was the introduction of Enfield rifle. To load it, the sepoys had to bite off the ends of the lubricated cartridges. A rumor spread among the sepoys that the grease used to lubricate the cartridges was a mixture of pigs and cow's lard. Thus, to have oral contact with it was an insult to both Hindus and Muslims.
After the Sepoy Mutiny in 1857, many major events took place in India. In 1915, the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, returned to India from South Africa. In 1916, the Lucknow Pact was signed. The Lucknow Pact was an agreement between Congress and the Muslim League. Muhammad Ali Jinnah had a strong role to play. As a member of both the League and the Congress, he made both the parties agree that they would put more pressure on the British so that they adopt a more liberal approach to letting Indians run their country. The next event was the Champaran Satyagraha. In 1917, Gandhi led an uprising of the farmers of Champaran who were being forced to grow indigo and were not being compensated enough for it.
In 1919, the British government had released an order banning public gatherings to punish civilians for their disobedience. However, unaware of this order, thousands of Indians gathered at the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar on April 13th. Brigadier General Dyer called in troops and ordered them to open fire. It was this event that promoted the start of the non-cooperation movement. In 1920, Mahatma Gandhi took charge of Congress and started the non-cooperation movement. The movement was non-violent and saw people not buying British goods and supporting local artisans, handicrafts, and picketing alcohol shops. In 1921, Subhash Chandra Bose quit his high-paying ICS job in England to join India's struggle for independence. Shortly after his return, he joined the Congress. He started a newspaper titled Swaraj.
On January 26, 1930, the Indian National Congress declared the independence of India, which the British did not recognize. The Government of India Act and the creation of a new constitution laid the foundations for the events that would follow in the next decade and thereafter. Quit India Movement of 1942. The All India Congress Committee started this movement in their Bombay session on August 8, 1942. There was only one mission to end British rule in India. In addition, Gandhiji made a call to do or die in his Quit India speech that he delivered in Bombay.
जोश जुनून और संघर्षों की प्रसिद्ध ये अमर कहानी है। कहीं बापू की सत्य अहिंसा है तो कहीं भगत सिंह की जवानी है। बेगम हजरत महल भी हैं, झांसी की लक्ष्मीबाई भी। सदियों की बेड़ी टूटी जब, तब भोर हुई आजादी की। भारत के कोने कोने में है अमर कहानी वीरों की। ये मिट्टी कनक की चिड़ियां है, पर लहू है इसमें हीरों की। कुछ अमर नाम हम लेते हैं, कुछ हैं अब तक गुमनाम से। कुछ अमर नाम हम लेते हैं, कुछ हैं अब तक गुमनाम सही। कई सिंध से थे, कुछ दक्षिण से, कई कच्छ से थे, आसाम कई। उन गुमनामी में दबे हुए कि बन सकते हैं आवाज सब। उन गुमनामी में दबे हुओं की बन सकते हैं आवाज सभी। लक्ष्मीबाई सब जानते हैं, चलो कनकलता का सुने अब।
Kanaklata Barua was born on 22nd December 1924 in Barangabari village in present-day Sonitpur district of Assam.
After Gandhi's Quit India call in 1942, a large camp of revolutionaries was set up in Tejpur district in Assam, 8 km from Kanaklata's home. When she learned of this, Kanaklata was determined to join. She was deeply moved by the speeches of Comrade Vishnu Prasad Rava and the songs of noted Assamese cultural icon Jyoti Prasad Agarwala, and this fueled her patriotic feelings. Kanaklata started secretly attending meetings at the camp. It was her first tryst with nationalism. She was now more intent than ever on joining the revolutionaries. However, the teenager's grandfather opposed her decision because he knew that revolutionary patriotism demanded sacrifice. But Kanaklata wouldn't relent. She convinced her stepmother and officially joined the revolutionaries. Following in her footsteps, her younger stepbrother Rajanikanta too became a volunteer with the Quit India movement. Movements against the British were quite peaceful in Assam. But as a precautionary measure, the Assam Provincial Congress Committee established the Shanti Bahini and tasked it with guarding the villages at night and keeping the peace during protest.
Jyoti Prasad Agarwala, writer, songwriter, playwright and filmmaker, was one of the main organizers of the political protest in Assam. He instructed Congress volunteers of the Shanti Bahini to peacefully make their way to police station in Tezpur district to hoist the Indian tricolour while raising the Quit India slogan. He therefore formed what was then termed as Smriti Bahini, also called as Ditami, for this mission in line with Gandhi's do or die call. Kanaklata was a part of this brigade, which was aware that death could be imminent and inevitable. It was decided that Kanaklata Barua would hoist the tricolour at the Gopur police station on 20th September 1942. Several unarmed young men and women, boys and girls were marching towards the police station with Kanaklata in the lead. As they approached, the police officer in charge, Repati Mohan Som, warned of deadly consequences if they do not.
But Kanaklata did not pay any heed and kept on marching. Suddenly, the police opened fire on the procession and Kanaklata Barua, tricolour in her hands, was shot. She died on the spot. A local villager named Mukund Kakoti took the flag from her and he too was shot dead. The tragic martyrdom of Kanaklata Barua at the tender age of 17 made her a household name in Assam. She has posthumously been given the titles Shaheed and Bir Bala, meaning martyr and brave woman, the first of many accolades. An Indian Coast Guard fast patrol vessel was named after her in 1997, and a monumental statue of her was unveiled in 2011 in a rock garden called Kanaklata Udyan, Gauripur in Tezpur. The teenage patriot's unusual courage has also been immortalized in the Assamese film Ipa Fulil, Ipa Horil, directed by Chandra Mudoi and released in Hindi as Purab Ki Awaaz. She remains even to this day one of Assam's icons. Her impassioned speech before her death remains a source of inspiration for many. She laid down her life for the freedom of the country at the age of 17 years.
Rise! এখন বগাসাবৰ দেশ নহয়, এখন আমাৰ দেশ, এখন বীৰ লাচিত বৰফুকন আৰু বীৰ চিলাৰায় দেশ। ইমান দিনে বগা চাহাবসকলে কৰি অহা শোষণৰ বিৰুদ্ধে আমি যুঁজ দিবই লাগিব। বগা বঙালক অসমৰ পৰা ভাৰতত বা খেতি পঠাবই লাগিব। আৰু বগা চাহাবসকল আপোনালোকেও শুনি লওক। আজি থানাৰ চৌহদত আমি পতাকা উৰুৱাই এৰিম আৰু এই কাম কৰাৰ পৰা নাই আপোনালোকে ৰখাব পাৰিব, নাই আপোনালোকৰ বন্ধুকে। আপোনালোকৰ শাসন আৰু শোষণ আমি আৰু সহ্য নকৰোঁ। এতিয়া না আমি কাৰোবাক হ'লেও ভয় কৰোঁ, না আপোনালোকৰ বন্দুকলৈ। আগুৱাই আহক ৰাইজ, আগুৱাই আহক। বন্দে মাতৰম!
The feeling of pride, the adrenaline rush and pumping blood in veins, all must be at its peak because at minimum, this is what we must have while listening to these stories. The ultimate sacrifice of life for the future of nation and the proud of holding the tricolor is something we learn from the story of our hero Kanaklata, a young mind with patriotism and sacrifice whose bravery is evident till date in the folklores of the entire Northeast. आज शायद हम पूर्वोत्तर को उसकी खूबसूरती के चलते याद करते हों, परंतु वीरता में पूर्वी राज्य किसी भी तौर पे कम नहीं है। आज जब हमारा देश अपनी 75वीं स्वतंत्रता दिवस मनाने की ओर अग्रसर है, हमें कनकलता जैसी वीरांगनाओं और पूर्वोत्तर में हुए बलिदानों को कभी भी भूलना नहीं चाहिए। जय हिंद।
জানানে প্রেমৰ জুয়ে দহিছে মোক